The next topic is oxygen binding curve for myoglobin and hemoglobin. Suppose we are having two chambers. In first chambers we are having myoglobin, that is MB. These are the myoglobin molecules, and in the second chamber we are having the hemoglobin molecules. So as we know very well that the hemoglobin having four heme groups, and in myoglobins there is only one heme group. If we having a very small amount of oxygen in this chamber, this oxygen will starts to attach at the heme group of the myoglobin. When the oxygen is attached to the heme group, we can say that there is a saturation of this heme groups takes place. When we increase the pressure of oxygen O2, the another oxygen will attach to the another heme group. Similarly, when we increase the pressure, the attachment of the oxygen molecule to the heme group of myoglobin will increases. So we can say the saturations of or the percentage of saturation of myoglobin increase as the pressure of the oxygen gas increases. So graphically supposed to be, this is the 0% saturation at this point, the 50% saturation, and here it is the 100% saturation. 50% saturation means the 50% of the heme groups are occupied by the oxygen molecules, and 100% saturation means all the heme groups are occupied by the oxygen molecule, or oxygen is attached to all the heme group. On x-axis we will take the partial pressure of O2 gas in torr. So supposed to be here is partial pressure is 50 torr, and here the partial pressure is 100 torr, and here is the partial pressure of O2 gas is 0 torr. So we can see easily in case of the myoglobin, as we increase the oxygen pressure, the attachment of the oxygen to heme group increases, and the percentage of saturation increases very rapidly. And when all the heme groups are occupied by the oxygen, there is no heme group is left. In that case, if we increase the oxygen pressure, then percentage saturation will not increase, because the heme groups without oxygen is not present. This curve is for the myoglobin, and we know that this is our hyperbolic curve. From this curve we can see that the 50% of the myoglobin is saturated at a very low pressure. This pressure is 2.8 torr. This curve also showed that the more than 90% of the oxygen is bind to the hemoglobin at very low pressure, that is it is about 30 torr. So at very low pressure most of the oxygen binds to the myoglobin molecules. In the muscle cell, the partial pressure of oxygen gas is very low, so oxygen can easily bind to myoglobin in the muscle cell. If we compare this graph to the hemoglobin, in hemoglobin each hemoglobin molecules having 4 heme group. When there is amount of oxygen is very small, or I can say the partial pressure of oxygen is very small, there is a competition between these heme group to attach with this oxygen, or I can say these heme groups compete with each other to attach this oxygen molecule at their surface. So initially large number of oxygen is not able to attach these heme groups, although the number of heme groups is more in case of the hemoglobin. So when we increase the pressure of the oxygen, the attachment of the oxygen at the heme group is low, because of this competitions between oxygen and the heme group in case of the hemoglobin. And when the one molecules of the oxygen attached to any one of the 4 heme group, this heme group at which the oxygen is attached change the configuration of the protein chain and helps in the attachment of the other oxygen molecules on the rest of the heme group in case of the hemoglobin, because of the cooperativity effect. So initially there is a competition, and after the attachment of the one oxygen, the percentage of saturation or the attachment of oxygen increase rapidly. So in this case this graph increase rapidly. So from point A to B, there is a competition between the heme group to attach the oxygen molecule, and from point B to C, there is a cooperativity effect, because after the attachment of oxygen at one heme group, this heme group helps to attach the oxygen in rest of the heme group in case of the hemoglobin. And finally, when all the heme groups are occupied by the oxygen molecules, then the percentage of saturation do not change with increase in the partial pressure of O2. So at this point, this graph will become flat. And we know very well that the oxygen binding curve for the hemoglobin is S-shaped, or I can say it is sigmoid in shape. In the beginning, there is a competition between four heme group to attach the oxygen molecule at their surface. So percentage saturation is very less at the low partial pressure of O2. When oxygen attached to any one of the heme group, the attachment of the oxygen at rest of the heme group increase rapidly, or I can say the percentage saturation increase rapidly because of the cooperativity effect. And when all the heme groups are occupied by oxygen molecule, percentage saturation do not change, increase or decrease with increase in the partial pressure of O2. From this graph, we can see that the attachment of the oxygen to hemoglobin is comfortable at about 30 torr, or I can say at low partial pressure of O2, the oxygen do not attach comfortably to the hemoglobin molecules. When the partial pressure of oxygen is very high, the percentage saturation of hemoglobin is also very high. So from here we can conclude that when the partial pressure of O2 is very high, more and more oxygen will attach to the hemoglobin molecules.